Thanks very much. Good afternoon, Pep. How do you approach this game against Chelsea in the Cup, given it's a very short turnaround for Saturday with a 12:30 kick-off against Brentford? Does that change your thinking of who might be involved, and does Erling Haaland play from the start?
Still, I don't decide. We have not decided because we have trained this afternoon, and we have time until tomorrow tomorrow night. The approach is prepare the game to win the game, to do our performance as best as possible. We're sold out the stadium, so yeah, this is the approach.
And if you win this round, of course, the next round takes place just before Christmas, when some of your players may only just be back from the World Cup. Some of them might not even be back. Does that change your thinking ahead of the Premier League when it restarts?
No, the Premier League do this to support the academy, so it's a good idea. Always thinking for the future for the English football.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Pep, you've got great financial backing here from the owners. We've seen another set of fantastic financial results this week, which would stand you in good stead if you need to strengthen further in January. How pleasing is that for you?
No, I'm not involved in that. So as to Ferran Soriano, he's the boss on that.
But by contrast, news yesterday that Liverpool's owners would consider selling under the right terms and conditions. Were you surprised to hear that?
I'm not the right person to ask this question, and not the right one to answer you.
But does it still show that there's a massive financial difference between the...
Don't ask me these kind of questions. I cannot ask you. I'm not involved in that. So I'm not the CEO. I'm trying to be a good manager as possible, as good manager as possible. That's all.
But you must be pleased.
And of course, I'm not going to talk about the other clubs. So.
But in terms of strengthening in January, if you needed to, then you've got that backing. That must give you great confidence.
We're not going to strengthen in January.
Bye.
We're not going to strengthen the squad in January. So we have the squad that we have. We are pleased on that. That's all.
It is what it is. Your squad will stay the same.
Yeah.
Hi, Pep. In addition to your games, there's two friendly for Norway's next week. Is Erling fit enough and ready to play a role in all these games?
It's not perfect still. It's not perfect. So we'll see tomorrow, next Saturday, but it's getting better. So important, the bone is not broken, so it's not damaged. Just the ligament damaged a little bit, so it's not perfect right now. So, but I don't know, in 1 week, 10 days, everything can happen, can change.
So then how satisfied are you with him going to play two friendlies for the national team?
If he feels good, he play the national team is so important for the players. I never avoid to the players when they are fit to play with the national team.
Hi, Pep. How do you react to being draw with Leipzig in the Champions League?
We have a short experience from last season. Like we struggled a lot. We scored all goals here, but we conceded here in Etihad. We lost there. We see what happened in February, how we arrive, how they arrive, but huge respect what they have done in German football in Europe and led Europe right now already. It's a young team with a clear philosophy of the way they want to play, box-to-box transitions, good manager, have an experience when we play against Gladbach. So, yeah, it's what it is, Champions League. So, last 16. You ask me for them, you can ask me for Porto just in case, or for Inter de Milan, or Milan, or PSG, or all teams are really, really strong in these stages. It's just after World Cup and restart again how we will feel, how we'll be in that moment. So now, if I tell you have to play next week against Leipzig, I would tell you exactly, the position that we are, the position that they are, and after. But in February, many things can happen.
Behind you, please.
Hi, Pep. I was just going to do a team news check. I know you said that Phillips was going to be on the bench for tomorrow's game. What's the latest on Kyle Walker as well? Is there a chance that he might be involved? And then looking ahead to the World Cup squad on Thursday, then for those two, would you still say do you feel like they've got every chance of being in that squad, given what you're seeing from the
It's Gareth Southgate, so I cannot answer you. I don't know what is the plan. I think they are communicating with the physios, doctors, and club, and English Federation, English national team. So, but a part of that, I cannot answer you. I don't know.
But for sure, we could see Phillips involved tomorrow off the bench, possibly.
We'll be with the squad, yeah.
Yeah, great. Cheers.